Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Getting ready to do Taurus Libra, sitting in a tree, KISSING for 2021. Let me just show you. This is where we start, ladies and gentlemen, with the Tower. So I'm not going to even bother trying to do no preamble. I'm just going to throw the damn cards out here and see what the hell, who the hell, what the hell, and why the hell. That part right there. Something has gone on with the two of you. Love partnership is your challenge. See what comes up on top. Your front end is financial and material changes. Spiritual career, healing. So I'm guessing there's some separation going on. Doesn't feel like separation though. There's a lot of anxiety though. Music down. Partnerships and alliances, sacrifice, karmic completion. So some of you, okay, so this is not going to be, doesn't feel like this is long-term Taurus Libra situations. This is newer. I'm going to say 2 years or less. Yeah, y'all been slugging this out for a minute. Three of Pentacles. Doing all kind of talking. Oh, Lord. There's your Tower for January. February gets you the Ten of Wands on top of healing. The Knight of Coin on top of destiny. Oh, boy. Emperor on top of partnerships and alliances. Nine of Wands on top of sacrifice. And Ten of Cups on top of karmic completion. So it feels like there may have been some, there you go, throw a little light on the situation. Feels like there may have been some drama back around the holidays. Taurus, it feels like you're still hopeful. But whatever the situation, damn, death card ain't looking good. You're still hopeful looking at the Empress sitting on top of hope. This is you. Empress energy, Aquarian energy. Looking at that, I said Aquarian because of that star. So your Libra may have some other air qualities in their natal chart. Doesn't feel like a third party situation necessarily, but there feel like there are other people involved. So it could be other family members from either side, and they've been kind of putting their 2 cents in. And it feels like people want you to just kind of fight through this. That's what I'm getting from that Three of Pentacles. But January just comes out with a bang, like, fuck all of y'all. This is what we're doing right here. There may have been some things that came out last year, and these are the kind of things that come out. I didn't know you were such a flirt. Who was that you were talking to? That kind of energy, it's distrustful. That's what I'll say. And so it feels like it's just been a culmination of things. And so here you go at the end of it. It's just like, everybody get out. Again, there's still a lot of hope here. Yeah, it's a lot of hope here that things will settle down, and I believe that they will. Looking at what's on the board right now. So this month, with the Tower being on top of the spiritual career, I'm going to say spiritually, the two of you have probably just come apart, and so you're not in sync at all. It's just a lot of bickering back and forth. A lot of I Spy shit. You see my eye in the sky up there? A lot of I Spy shit. Well, I thought I saw you on the computer last night at 10 o'clock. Who was you chatting with at 10? That kind of energy. I promise you, on either side, there's nothing going on. But because responsibility, let's just look at that for a minute, has been so heavy, it's just put a strain on your relationship. So You come out of this tower, you get into February, that's about where the healing will start happening. Some of all of this excess energy and anger and angst will kind of just die out a little bit. But that Ten of Wands, the things that you're not talking about, just a fucking struggle of all of it. And both of you may be feeling just kind of isolated from each other. I don't necessarily feel like this is couples that live together, although you could. This just feels like you're just at a straining point, and there may have been some things that went on last year that were just totally unexpected and not in the action itself, i.e. the pandemic, but your partner's reaction to what was going on last year. So these first handful, 3 months, really going to be about what direction you're going in. And by the time we get to the end of March, talking about your destiny and securing that. Now, whether or not that's going to be with one or the other of you, that's going to be a different thing. I think, excuse me, the Empress is telling me up here that's the back end of your overall energy. And that's really the thing that's just kind of holding you down towards. So I'm going to guess right now y'all are just being hopeful that some of this shit will just blow over. But it's that hope that really kind of opens the door for anything. But nothing is happening before April or May. So when we get to April, the Emperor, you got the Emperor and the Empress on the board. I'll be damned. Both of you are going to have to get back to some logical thought. Now, all that logic and shit, that's a lot of Libran energy. So I'm just going to go with that. And Libra may have to be the one to lead the way on this one, Taurus. I know y'all ain't trying to hear that shit. But this may be a thing where you just are going to have to put aside any detached emotion, if you will, and deal with the logic of whatever's going on. This may have something to do with children, and it sounds fucked up, but the distribution thereof. So where kids are they with you? Are they with the other parent? Are they going to stay with you? I can feel some of that movement back and forth, and maybe because of last year, there was a lot of that going on, and that could have well been the very thing that broke the camel's back. Just saying. But as you get into April and swing into May, Taurus, right around birthday time, you're going to readjust your focus on your partnership and the alliance that goes along with that partnership. So again, other family members may have a part here to play, and maybe last year you weren't so ready to reach out to other people. Again, dealing with 3 here. You weren't so anxious maybe to reach out to other people, whereas this year, shit just went all to hell in the handbasket, and so now you're ready to do that. There's some masculine energy there, in so much that these could be male children or grandfathers, uncles, that kind of thing going on. Sports, music, any extracurricular, little extra whatever with the kids. That feels like where the nugget is, where the problem is. And so trying to get the kids in their proper place. Many of you are going through the thing now where your kids are transitioning again from offline to online, from online, let me get it right, to going back in school. So that might be the thing that just kind of eases some of the tension. And as you get closer to the summer, here we go, talking about overcoming difficulty. Not only sacrifice, but realizing the sacrifices that other people might be making. I'm just saying. Once again, we got 3 here. 1 and 2 is 3. So looking at the sacrifices that maybe grandparents are making on your behalf. You got to go to work. Maybe, Taurus, you've changed jobs, or you're thinking about changing jobs, and the last thing you're trying to hear is where the kids are. I hear you. You get over this hump. Let me just put it there. So that you have every reason to have some hope on them wishes and them dreams. I'm just saying. We get to July or June. There you go. Back to the happy family. And so this may be makeup time. Some of you may be, as you get closer to this, may decide you want to take a little short 1-day day trip somewhere with your honey and just kind of mend the fences, but this will also signal some karmic completion. So there may have been some karmic debt on one side or the other as far as your kids are concerned. And everybody's like, this karmic debt, just what the hell it is. Karmic debt, you just owed something from another lifetime and you got to deal with it in this lifetime. What the hell? But as you get into the summer, it feels like things are going to smooth out substantially. Oh, so we go from spiritual career to spiritual partnership. Yeah, y'all coming back online. Synchronicity, there you go. Perseverance, there it is. Transformation, well, what the hell? Rejoice and celebration, once again with them threes, and environment. So like I said, it feels like by the time we get past these first 4, 5, 6 months of this year, you get into the heat of the summer, July, or if you're on the other end of the hemisphere, that'll be winter for you, getting into spring. So you look at July, it's about spiritual partnership, and that's just telling me the connection is kind of heal itself, and now you're putting your focus back on your material assets and whatnot. But it's the security more so than what you have, and that can go and reach into your physical relationship. So things may just, like I said, by June, settle down enough for you to, for the two of you to kind of get back into some kind of groove. We get to August. There may be some other things that come out, and so we go back to the same little, well, I know you was that kind of flirt, that kind of thing. People act different under stress. I just have to say that. People act different under stress. When they're stressed out, they just do some different shit, especially if it's shit they ain't been exposed to before, situations they haven't had to deal with before. So there may be some major decision making that needs to occur. The backside of this talks about the destruction of balance. But here, seeing the true nature of your situation, again, I don't feel termination energy here, but I do feel adjustment. So some of you may be moving in together. There's your decision, and now you get into synchronicity with each other. And so shit is not just here, there, and everywhere. It doesn't have the... It don't feel like this just yet. You know, everybody get your glass up. Not yet. But you're making strides. There'll be some decisions that you're going to have to make. Kids are involved in this. Housing, transportation, and finances are all wrapped up into a cute little bundle. So there may be a decision, Taurus, that you make to move and accept another job. It could be away from where you are now. I don't feel like you're making this move by yourself. You're going to take everybody with you, and that's okay, but it's just going to be that adjustment. Again, the tower's on the board, and it's in play wherever it is. You may have a little bit of tower energy here until you can make some real hard and firm decisions about when you're going, how you're going, if it's that kind of situation, or when you're going to change jobs. A lot of times when you're changing jobs, then paychecks get a little funky. You got to do 2 weeks in the hole or some other craziness. So there are going to be some decisions that have to be made, but synchronicity is the word for the day. There you go. You get to October, September. Get to September with the Queen of Wands. Yeah, y'all are aware now of everything that's going on, everything that's on the table, everything that everybody is doing. And so now you just get into the grind of it. Perseverance, you know, the not giving up. I feel like there are a lot of conversations that are probably going to take place starting later in the spring. If it's feasible, talking about conversations, to include family. I know some of y'all have just fainted dead. Why the hell would I? To make sure everybody is on the same page. Synchronicity. you may need to have a few conversations. There may be some things, you know, and when other people dealing with your kids, sometimes they don't always know what the best thing is. You know, let the kids sit there and watch TV 3-4 hours, whatever the case may be, or not, you know, pick them up on time, or whatever that thing is. So there may be some conversations that have to go on. Again, by the time you get into September, you'll be fully aware of everything going on in your situation. Backside of this talks about experience. So as you become aware, you gain experience. Again, talking about the grind down. We get to October with the King of Pentacles on top of transformation. Yeah. So Taurus, the Pentacles belong to you. Those are your coins. And this is about pretty much male or female energy. It's about setting down your roots. This is where you go, bloop, drop all the shit in the middle of the floor and go, okay, we gotta sort all this shit out. This goes in the bathroom, this goes in the bedroom, this goes in the basement. However that's resonating for you. By the time you get to the earlier part of the fall, that's exactly where you're going to be. And it will be a transformation, not just for you physically, it'll be also a transformation for the relationship. Death card, transformation. And some of this will be when you realize it more as you get into the year by overcoming your fears. Some of you may be kind of like, I don't want to change my job because I don't know what kind of schedule I'm going to have, whatever. Here, October, that's where transformation happens. And that's where literally you get to the mastery of what you're doing. So, okay, this is what we're doing. This is where the kids are going. This is what's going on with our money. This is where we live now. All of that, getting it kind of ironed out. The celebration then comes in November. That's when everybody is earthing and happy and shit. I'm going to say right around the time the holidays kick up. It'll be about the time some of you may go ahead after all of this and decide you're going to tie the knot, not the knot, a knot. However that's resonating. But it's a step up. It'll be time for a celebration. Even for those of you that aren't getting married, it may still just be a time for celebration after coming out of all this dark, gloomy shit from the beginning of the year. When we get to December, it's a do-over. I'm telling you, y'all are going to be somewhere else. It's going to be like, woo! And so the end of the year is when pretty much you will be able to just open the gates and let the security, that's the word, not just abundance, but security, let it just come in and sit down. And by the time you get to this point next year, the middle of January, the end of January next year, you will see a big, huge improvement in your relationship, in your lifestyle, in your quality of life. Everything should be up a notch. I, again, don't feel any termination energy here between the two of you. They're just tense, though. It's tense. Y'all duking it out. And that's good if you're able to get to some kind of agreement on your differences and come up with a game plan. Shit, fuck it. That's awesome. That's wunderbar. Let's see what the Rebel cards got to say. Open your mouth. There's communication for you. Let's see. You think you got them all figured out. Okay. Uh-huh. You fucked up. Oh, shit. Okay, so let's go in order. Open your mouth. Talk. Use big words like validate, acknowledge, and empathize. Open your mouth. So, again, communicating. And this is not the little bullshit ass, half-ass, in the kitchen 5 minutes before you get ready to go to work type conversations. This is one of them conversations where both of you need to go get some coffee or some tea and sit down and iron out whatever your differences are. You think you got them all figured out, you don't. I'm going to take this as a note to Taurus. You think you got your Libra all figured out, you don't. For some reason, I feel like Taurus is on the end of the, I thought I saw you on a computer. Talk, Taurus. Talk. If you're curious to know what your partner's doing, don't guess. And don't, play some little stupid mind game. But I thought, no. What were you doing? And why were you, and you ain't got to be, Judge Judy. But ask your question. Satisfy the curious mind so that doesn't build up a whole lot of resentment and bullshit on the other end. And if your Libra is not understanding why you're asking the question, I have a strange and funny feeling you got a whole litany of things from 2020 to go down if that question gets asked. I'm just throwing that out there. If you cross-watching Libra, I'm sorry. But for real, if you need to bring it up, this is why we were in this situation last year. This is why money came up missing last. Whatever the case may be. But say what you need to say. You fucked up. Yeah, it's your fault. Say this out loud. I'm sorry. So Taurus, if this other energy is about you, maybe doing something or something out of character, however that's resonating, apologize. Fuck it. Don't dwell on it and don't get all your big bully panties all twisted up. Just apologize. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say it that way. I didn't mean to do it that way. However the case may be. Taurus and Libra, I love you. I hope y'all have a good rest of January and a good rest of the year. Talk to y'all soon. Bye-bye.